Let's just take one last look-see.
The Hierarchs grow impatient. We can delay no longer. What if the infection defiles the relic? I care not for your little life. Open the relic.
Open sesame.
What made you choose my observation deck as your lab, Professor?
I like the view. It adds perspective to my work.
Forge doesn't think it's safe for you to go down there yet. He's quite insistent.
I can be quite insistent too, Captain. I can take care of myself.
Any idea what it is we've got down there?
It's all theories right now, and I'll know a lot more once I get down there.
I'm approving the mission, but the slightest sign of danger and I'm pulling you out. Is that understood?
Understood, Captain.
Hierarch, the humans are closing and will soon be upon us.
No matter. The information you have gathered here is most appetizing. However, we must protect what we have learned here. Set the charges and destroy this place.
Destroy this holy relic, surely you jest.
The journey requires sacrifice. Set the charges. Return to us. Our patience is not infinite.
It will be done.
Hello everyone, this is Phoenix bringing you the second mission in my Halo Wars Legendary Walkthrough Guide. This is Relic Approach. Before I get into this mission, I do want to let everybody know who is just here to watch a certain point in the mission towards the end, that I'll have a timestamp below in the description that will tell you exactly when to go to, so you guys can watch basically the fights instead of just watching the entire guide. If you guys want to watch the entire guide, that's also an option. It's just also helping out the more the people who have all this down, instead of having them wait and skip everything. But moving on to the mission, this mission is extremely simple. This strategy calls for just one strategy, which is the tank strategy. The tank strategy is by far the best option for this mission. Infantry, I tried it. It really does not do nearly as well as the tanks do. I think if I remember when I did it, it was like I doubled the time with my Marines and my flamethrowers, and the tanks just made it so much easier. It was insane. But moving on, this beginning part, as you can see, everybody has to do it. It's just like basic base building, and requires you to build the supply pad, the barracks, and train 5 Marine squads. After that, though, the base is completely yours, which is why while you're doing this, you should gather all the supply crates. That way you have a good amount of income already to build all the stuff that I'm building on the base as well. So as usual, I always start with a reactor first, because the reactor is going to be more important later on as we get the heavy supply pads. Heavy supply pads, like, basically it increases your income by half of what it already is, so 1.5 times more supplies. It definitely always try to get a heavy supply pad whenever you can. Just is really good at making sure you have a good amount of income. You always want to make sure that you have you always want to make sure that you have a good amount of resources coming in. I was kind of wondering if I should just if I should continue researching that heavy supply pad, but I realized that I can get the second reactor going and I can get the vehicle depot a little bit faster. It tended to work out a little bit better that way as well with the timing, because by the time that reactor was built, I could get the vehicle depot, and then once the vehicle depot was built, it kind of just made everything a little bit quicker. There was no empty time, so to speak. So, as I said, tank strategy, fairly simple. The Marines that we do have, you're gonna try to not lose any of your Marines. As usual, we're gonna try to lose as few units as we can. Combat efficiency is a huge deal in the Halo Wars campaign. That's a lot of the reasons why a lot of people don't get gold medals, is because yes, you got the par time, you got everything done right, but you lost one too many units, or you lost something that was really, really expensive, like a tank, for an example, and it just wiped out your combat score. So I highly recommend the use of micro. Micro is a very like individual unit type focus. That's why you always see my health bars on in all the RTS games I play. That way I can keep an eye on them. In any case, for an example, one of them is getting too close to low health, I can pull them back really fast and then heal them up and then get them back into the fight. So just taking a peek at what's going on with our base, we do have our first tank in production. The first tank should be out in a few moments, and what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to build a couple tanks at a time and get a turret up. That way we have some base defense going, because at the third tank we will be going out and attacking. So we're going to actually, since we have a tank already in production, we can use some of these supplies to build this turret here. And then you're going to check up on that. We're going to check up on that Scorpion. About, I would say, 2/5 of the way done. Not 2/4. Now it's a half done. But anyways, so this mission is extremely simple earlier on. I think over time, if you were to wait for the power turret, I think the Covenant would have a lot of hunters, which would kind of shred through your tanks. I recommend attacking as early as you can, even with the fewer upgrades. That way you can kind of stop them before they get overwhelming with the amounts of infantry that they have. So with the third tank in production, I think about 3/4 of a way done, we will be moving out. We have our global rally point set up where we were going as well. That way we always have a consistent stream of units heading to our forward area. Turrets should help out immensely. I would highly recommend building them whenever you can. So as soon as this happens right here, this engagement is really, really important. Lead with your tanks, of course. You're going to want to basically get your Marines into the downed Pelicans, into the garrisonable cover. That way they can help, basically so they can help take down these Jackals and Grunt squads. You're going to use the tanks and Forge to take the brunt of all this damage. As you can see, I'm sending in the tanks to go help out and take down the enemy. As soon as one of the sniper towers, as soon as a sniper tower is vacated by the Covenant, you can use some of your Marines to move up and take more of the sniper towers. That's an excellent way to just make sure that you're always doing something. Get that APM up. Always make sure you're doing something that helps you. So you always want to think ahead with this mission, or any strategy game. Always think ahead. Like, if this isn't your first time playing this mission, you know that they're going to send an attack wave at you. You know that that they're going to send Jackals, they're going to send Hunters. So you kind of want to be mentally prepared that you are going to be dealing with this. That way you can handle it better. So for an example, this part coming up, this is where I know the Hunters are coming in. So I immediately get their aggro, and then I'm going to pull back. That way I get out of the tank range, the range of the turrets. And then what you do is you just kind of micro them away in a way that helps you out. You get a nice little concave going in right here. That way they're not focus firing one of your tanks, they're focus firing one at a time. Or like, for an example, I have two tanks, one tank getting focus fire by one hunter, Forge getting focus fired by another. It kind of just helps you out. It definitely keeps the health of your units higher, rather than dealing with a lot of hunters focus firing. So always remember to micro. The AI in this game do not necessarily handle getting microed away very well. So it does help you keep your units up. As you saw there, though, I did lose one of my tanks. It was just me not paying attention. I was worried too much about Forge, and I should have been more worried about the tank. It pretty much ended up not being a big deal. But always remember to you're not going to try to want to lose units. You're going to try to keep those units as alive as possible. As you can see, catch this one right here, and we micro them away. I'm going to try to do my best to do the best I can with microing and explaining it, because a lot of this is really just understanding that it really comes down to when to know how to when to micro, as well as how to do it in a way that makes sure your units are alive. So right here is an excellent opportunity to show that was an excellent point to micro away a tank. The hunters then started targeting Forge, and as you can see, it does suck. Like, a lot of your units are going to be low health, but if you're going for a combat score of those gold medals, I would rather have a gold medal and a bunch of low health units than a bunch of dead ones, you know. So we're going to target down that Covenant base. You take down the hull as well, by the way, and then you won't have to deal with those hunters anymore, or jackals, or anything else. Once the base is dead or destroyed, you're going to then just build a station on top of it. That way you can have a forward operating base. We're going to use Forge and the tanks to clear out the rest of this map before we move on. At this point, if you just want to finish this mission, you can finish this in roughly, like, I don't know, less than 15 minutes. And you can get to the detonator. But I highly recommend spending some of this time to get, like, the canister shell upgrade, getting, basically, get some of these extra objectives done. Like, get your warthogs, get the jackals killed. That way you can beef up your score. For an example, I think the jackals killed objective is like 1,000 points. So it does help out. During this dead time where you're moving your not moving your hunters, but moving your tanks around, you're going to move your marines up to go and garrison in the areas up front near the anti-vehicle shield. As you can see, we're moving them up. We're going to move this squad of marines up to that sniper tower, and then we're going to get a vehicle depot immediately, and then get a couple supply pads ready. Not depots, this isn't StarCraft. Supply pads ready. That way you can get some more income throughout the mission. Gonna take out these refineries on the left and right. Methane tanks is the achievement for this mission, so whenever you see those little things that I'm targeting down right now, take those down immediately, because those are the achievement for this mission, and it really is a simple achievement to get. Going back to base, seeing what's going on. I don't need a warthog. Gonna get some more supply pads ready. Gonna get base defense ready. Gonna start moving all of your forces up a little bit more. Take down those methane tanks. Move up. Go to the. So yeah, this part really easy. You just keep moving up. Get more turrets up. Get the heavy supply pads.
I can drop reinforcements at that landing pad if you can remove all hostiles in that area for me.
All right. Once you remove all the hostiles near the. Once you remove all the hostiles near that landing zone, you get a lot of forces. We do this because of... I like doing this all because there's you get a lot of units from doing this. And it helps out because you're only capped at 30. I can't get any more than 30 population for my units. So, for me, I like to have as many units as I can before going in and attacking. Unfortunately, my tanks are blocking the way. So I'm just going to send them over across the map to start taking out start clearing that side of the map. That way it's a little quicker to finish the mission. Upgrade those heavy supply pads, get Fortress. Kind of making sure we're always doing something, making sure that we're spending our money effectively. Not effectively, efficiently. Checking up on our bases again. Always get in the habit of using the left and right on the D-pad to double check what's going on around the map, especially your bases. Base building is an extremely important part, and base maintenance as well, making sure that nothing around your base is going wrong, making sure that you're upgrading your things, getting turrets, base defense, all that. As I said, this mission could have been complete after I destroyed that Covenant base, but I do all this stuff to help out. The achievement and the black box, the skull, all that are stuff that I want to get done. That way, it's easier for you to understand like where everything is and stuff like that. Target down those methane tanks. Once you destroy all the methane tanks on the map, you pretty much are all set. Like that's, I already got the achievement. So if you do it all exactly like that, you should get the achievement. Gonna send these Marines in to go take down that anti-vehicle shield. Gonna get everything ready, make sure that the base is getting built right. Get that Grenadier upgrade as well. Since we have a lot of Warthogs, why not help them out and get a little bit more combat ready. Gonna put the Global Rally right there. Gonna back off those Marines. Don't want them to get shredded by the Jackals. Alright, after we take down this ghost, we should be ready to move out. Gonna heal and repair for a little bit, make sure everything is nice and healed up before we go out on the final attack run of this mission. Get as many as I can inside that little heal and repair. Note that should be said about heal and repair is that the more units you have in your heal and repair, the more the heal and repair is going to be dispersed among everybody inside the green little barrier. The reason being, I think it's a little balance, it's trying to balance it out for the Covenant. So I think I could get like a balance for the people, like for the UNSC, but it's whatever. I just thought I would mention it. So if you're just trying to heal up a few units that are low health, no need to keep like your mostly healthy units in there. It'd be just easier to. It would just be much better for you to just have like your low health units in there. But anyways, once the vehicle shield is down, you just go in, kind of like attack command, all the way to destroy the detonator. Lead with your tanks, don't lead with Forge. You do have your canister shell ability, so feel free to use that whenever things get a little dicey. Unfortunately, I'm leading with the Warthogs now, which is not good. You should not be leading with Warthogs. I try to micro them all out, but I think I'm lucky and I don't lose any of my... I lost one Warthog here. Trying my best not to lose many units on this attack. Forge going balls deep inside that base, trying to take down those hunters by himself. I highly don't recommend sending Forge in by himself. Checking up right here. So once this mission should be done. Once you destroy the detonator, it's kind of GG's and everything's nice and complete. So once the detonator says it's destroyed, this mission is officially over, and you get to move on to the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. I think we did get a gold medal. Yes, we did. If you guys liked the video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll see you guys next time for Relic Interior.